Hey guys, Mr. T here with another video. This one is on interest minimization, but the method of changing rates and refinancing. So another way to reduce the interest paid on a home loan or any other loan is to transfer the loan to an account with a lower interest rate. It's known as refinancing the loan. So obviously with the decreased interest rate, your regular repayment's going to be smaller, and so that's why the amount of interest you pay is going to be less. The only problem with this is it complicates how you calculate the interest saved slightly. So the textbook has a shortcut method of doing this. I'm happy for you to do that, but I'm going to teach it to you step-by-step way so you can keep track of exactly what we're calculating here. So the example we're going to run with is you take out $250,000 home loan, 5.8% per annum compounding monthly for 20 years. So the first step is finding the outstanding balance of the loan after 8 years. Second step is, so after the 8 years, you find a better interest rate from a different bank, so you transfer the remainder of the loan to a bank charging only 5.4% compounding monthly. So then you need to find the new monthly repayment and calculate in the end how much interest you're going to save compared to what you would have done to begin with by doing this refinancing. So the parts lead on from each other, and you're often going to be stepped through like this because you need to know how much is left to pay off at the lower rate, because you've been paying off the loan in the original state for those first 8 years. So there's a couple of parts here. You just need to be able to keep track of those different parts. And by stepping through with all the different sections and not taking any shortcuts, it might be longer, but the understanding should be a bit easier there. So finding the outstanding balance of the loan after 8 years. The actual first step isn't even working out A straight away. We do not have the regular repayments. We need to work that out as if they were doing the loan as it stood. So the first step is to find what the repayments should be if they were taking out the loan as normal without that stop at the 8th year. So if we were doing it for real, the loan for real without the break, it would be 20 years, and you are making the repayments and the compounding monthly. So 20 times 12, 240. The interest rate was 5.8% per annum. PV, you're being given the money for the loan from the loan, so 250,000, positive 250,000. We're trying to work out what the base repayments are. FV0, you're taking out a loan, you're paying it back, so you don't want to have anything left outstanding, so it's going to be 0. And payments per year and compounding per year, 12. So we can solve now for what the basic repayments are, and they're going to be negative $1,762.35. Therefore, the monthly repayment is $62.35. That hasn't answered question A, but we need that information to answer question A. We need to know how much you are paying every month for 8 years and see what's left. So now we can answer A. You're going to be doing this $1,762.35 for 8 years only. So 8 times by 12 is 96. The interest rate is still at 5.8%. You started off owing $250,000. You were paying, now we know, negative $1,762.35. FV is what we're trying to solve for. We need to work out what FV is, how much is left owing after 8 years. So that's what we're solving for now that we know what the regular repayments were. So change N to 96, solve for FV. So that comes to negative 182,526.63 to 2 decimal points. Therefore, 182,526.63 left after 8 years. So that's the answer to part A. We can work out part B now because we know what's going to be transferred to the new loan. So B, after 8 years you transfer the remainder of the loan to a bank charging only 5.4% per annum compounding monthly. Find the new monthly repayment. So NIPV which is what we're solving for. FV's 0, PY, CY, and that's per month. So we've done 8 years. We want the loan to last 20, go for 20 years, so it's going to be 12 years remaining times 12, 144 months left on the loan. The interest rate is now 5.4%. PV, what do we have left of the loan to pay off? $182,526.63, which is what was left to pay off from the previous bank account. So that FV from the last one comes into PV of the new one with a lower rate. And so having all of that information in lets us work out what the regular repayment is going to be, which should be less because you're at a lower rate. So 182,526.63. Repayments what we're trying to work out. FB is 0 now. Alpha solve. So the repayments come to $1725.03 to 2 decimal points. So that was B1. B2, how much interest is saved by refinancing the loan? So this is a big, not scaffolded part of the question, because you need to use all this other information to work out how much interest you're going to be saving compared to if you didn't refinance the loan. So interest, no refinance. So the first part of this, if we want to work out how much we saved by doing this, we need to work out how much we would have paid if we didn't do that. So that is all from what we set up to do to start off with. So you were originally going to pay 240 times $1,762.35 for a loan of $250,000. Your payments are going to be more than the loan, and that large bit on top is the interest. So we can work out how much interest you paid. You would have paid if you didn't refinance. 0.35 422,964 minus 250,000. So if you didn't refinance, you would have paid $172,964 interest. Interest refinance. This is more complicated because there's two parts of this loan that we need to work out the interest for. Part 1 and part 2. So part 1 is the first 8 years. In the first 8 years, you paid 96 times $1,762.35. And how much of the loan did you pay off? Well, you paid off $250,000 minus what you had left to pay after the 8 years, which was $182,526.63. So in the first 8 years, you paid $1,762.35, 96 times $169,185.60. But all that did was pay off $250,000 minus $182,526.63. All you paid off the loan was $67,473.37. So how much interest do you pay at the start of the loan? $169,185.60 minus 67473.37. You actually paid $101,712.23 interest in part 1, the first 8 years. But that's not all the interest you paid. You paid interest in the second part, the last 12 years. So interest refinance part 2. In the last 12 years, you paid 144 times the lower repayment, $1,725.03, minus the remainder of the loan. You paid it off until there was nothing left, so you just minus $182,526.63. So 144 times the 1725.03 payments. In the last 12 years, you paid $248,404.32 to pay off the remainder of the loan, which is $182,526.63. $526.63. So in the last part of the loan, you paid $65877.69 interest, part 2. So your overall interest paid when you refinanced was part 1 and part 2 added together, 101,712.23 plus 65877.69. Add those together. That comes to 167,589.92 in interest. So now we know how much interest you paid when you refinance versus how much interest you paid when you didn't refinance, and now we can work out how much interest was saved. So I'm going to put it in the box over here. Interest saved by refinancing versus not refinancing was $172,964 minus $167,589.92. $167,589.92. And that comes to 5374.08 dollars. Therefore, saved $5374.08 by refinancing after 8 years. So that has fully broken down how you work out the amount of interest saved by refinancing. There is a very shortcut method in the book that you can follow, but that really relies on you understanding what happens, and that's why I'm going to do it the long way here, to show all the parts that it's been broken down into. I think it's an oversimplification in the book, and if you are asked to elaborate on that oversimplification, you may not be able to answer the questions you need to. So I'd rather show you the full way, and that shows every aspect of the savings and each part of the refinancing question type. So hopefully that helps you out. Underline this, and I'll see you in the next video.